What's up, everyone? Welcome to the High Passion Podcast Season 2. I'm your host, Daniel K, and we're here with an amazing friend of the podcast and guest, Jolly.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jolly Roger here. We're celebrating with my buddy here at High Passion. Let's get it.
Jolly is the man behind the brand Jolly's House, and he's here today to tell us all about what they do and teach us a little bit about the different cannabis extractions. Let's get right into it. Thanks for coming out, man. You know, we've been seeing each other for a long time now. For all the events, Canna Crawl, Lifted, from, you know, the most recent one. What was it? Stone Giants Entertainment. That was a good one there. Thanks for coming out. Tell us a little bit about what Jolly's House is. You know, tell the people.
Well, Jolly's House, it originated in 2016. And basically... we started out with just the one brand doing flower, and then worked our way up into the extracts in 2019.
Nice.
And the wife started doing the edibles in 2020.
Speaking of, he came, hooked up the crew. We got the Miss Jolly's Bakery, the Munch Box, and some of these the gummies you brought us here. So thank you.
And our original goal, we were doing one strain a week, and we were trying to showcase the premium flower from different brands across Canada, and kind of showcase them in format of flower. And we basically did the same thing with the dabs later on, and we started doing little collections with our dabs, 10 different kinds, and it's a different collab with each person type thing.
That's
so
awesome.
We're always trying to do different things with the community. And we did Stoner Surprise Bags, as you know, and that was last holiday. We had a lot of people involved with that. We had over 15 different brands involved. So it was quite a big project, but everyone enjoyed themselves.
Dude, I love it because, I mean, one of the big things that drew me to your brand specifically is that collaboration, that working with the whole community, you know? Like, I just envision it like everyone chilling out at Jolly's House. You know? Like, you guys are making all these collabs, hanging out. You're actually promoting the other brands as well, not just white labeling their product and not talking about them. So what made you want to go that direction with it and actually, you know, show love to...
I think it was the markets that we were starting to do. Back in 2019, we started hitting the first markets, Tall Grass and so on, that were starting to come out. We loved connecting with the different brands, and we thought, you know, no one else was really going around to each table and saying, you know, do you want to collab with a big project and stuff? Everyone was kind of separated at the time, like each brand of themselves. We wanted to kind of involve other people with ourselves, so we started reaching out to other brands that we really like to work with, and we saw we're doing really cool stuff in the industry. And basically wanted to go from there and connect with them and do more projects. So that's how it all kind of started.
Yeah, dude, it's cool because like it just slowly builds, and you add more and more to your, you know, your stable of products and what you're actually providing to your customers.
That's
by collabing with these brands and actually working with them.
Yeah, and currently we actually changed our branding. We're doing Jolly Roger Reserve now.
Okay.
That was an idea we had in 2016 that kind of didn't really go full force at first. We originally had the Jolly's House brand, which has been doing really great for the last 10 years. Now we're changing it up and focusing also on growing ourselves and connecting with other growers and stuff like that. And the Jolly's House, we're switching also to Healthy House.
Okay.
So Healthy House is basically, we're trying to showcase people that are wanting kind of healthy alternatives in edibles and different, you know, CBD products, things that help their health, and kind of go more the medical way as well, and and really showcase that again.
There's not as much of that, you know. The medical industry, the medical side has been kind of forgotten about since legalization, and especially if you're talking about in the edible game, like it's all sweets. Or you could buy the concentrate and make your own thing. But there's not many people selling, like, I don't know, like savory edibles,
No.
so
Yeah.
that's a good idea too,
Yeah, we're
man.
trying to, and we're also going to be like doing dehydrated fruits
Oh, that's
infused
sick.
stuff like that.
That's sick.
So
Can it the cannabis can sustain through the
yeah,
dehydration?
yeah,
Wow, that's
yeah.
awesome. I never
We're
knew that.
re-adding it in after too, so
Okay.
it's able to withstand the temperatures and everything
Yeah, yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Awesome.
it's just some ideas that we're having that we're working with, and some stuff that's coming soon.
Yeah,
So
that's what it's about though,
yeah,
bro. Got to keep building,
always
thinking of
thinking new
something new.
ideas. Yeah,
Or if you don't
someone
keep
else
moving,
will.
somebody
Yeah,
else is gonna do it,
yeah,
So the fact that you're trying all this different stuff, and again, being in touch with all the different growers and producers of different products, it kind of gives you a feel for that side of it before you
yeah,
dive in yourself,
yeah,
So
exactly.
whether it's worth it for you in the end of the day as a business
Yeah,
to like produce these gummies or produce these dabs or
yeah.
whatever. So it's awesome. Where did the name come from?
Originally the Jolly Roger name was kind of an idea that we had. Like at first, it was the whole pirate theme that I was really connecting to, and I wanted no one else in the industry had the pirate theme going,
Got you.
so I wanted to kind of stand out and do that theme. Always loved pirates and
Yeah.
the whole lore of it all. Now we're more into the Skeleton Crew part of it, which is our flower line.
Yes.
We're doing more like kind of an urban look, like Toronto, the city, like, all like the people around the city and the
Yeah.
whole vibe of it all. And that's kind of what the Jolly Roger Reserve's all about. We're kind of having a reserve that kind of has all our products in one roof, so to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
speak. And
Genius.
we went from there basically.
And then now just progress to going over to the other side now
Yeah,
where you're changing it up, doing a reserve,
yeah,
doing the healthy house.
yeah.
I mean, progression is
Always
what we
trying to
want.
change.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, the people want it too, right? Things
yeah,
get stale after a while. They like to
exactly.
see a change, and it also just shows progression on your side. You're not just doing the same thing you were doing
Right.
umpteen years ago.
Well, that's how a lot of people fall behind in the industry too, right? They they're at events and so on, and they might not be doing as well and stuff, and they
Yeah,
wondered why. And if you change your product and your brand and so on,
yeah,
you can make
dude.
differences.
You see it all the time where like is you can grow good product, you can grow good flower, but if you're going to these events and all you're doing is putting one or two strains of flower on your
Yeah,
table and it's those same two strains
yeah, all
every
the
time you
time.
go to event, I mean, what do you expect? You think your
Yeah,
guys like it's not their fault. There's so
no,
much variety at
yeah,
these events and so much competition,
yeah,
that like you really gotta put your best foot forward and do something new.
exactly. And
Like
this
the
year,
donuts, the baked goods, like everything.
yeah, and this year we're really trying to say, like, what products do the best? How can we make those better?
Yeah,
And before it was every couple weeks I'd have a brand new product out, totally different.
yeah,
We're still doing a lot of new ideas, but we're also trying to showcase the ones that do well and really,
refine them.
refine them.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Fine tune them and just
Yeah,
pump out like a solid finished
yeah.
product that everyone's gonna enjoy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how we did our bags for the Skeleton Crew. We went
yeah,
from
sick
a
bags.
Ziploc. We were one of the first brands in 2016 to do the logos and stuff.
Yeah,
Ghost Drops was doing it as well back then, and
yeah,
we always looked up to them as one of the brands that were starting to do it and
for
stuff like
sure. They
that.
definitely were.
And we were one of the first cartoony kind of things. A lot of people would see our bags and say, "Why are you wasting your time doing logos and branding and
Yeah,
stuff for everything? Why don't you just put it in the bag and sell it
and
to the person?"
yeah.
But
Now
back
it's all
then,
about
now
it.
the industry is huge with that, and that's all people do is the promoting and stuff, right? So
Dude, the bags you have are sick.
thanks. Yeah. And
Inside, outside design.
yeah, now we have proper packaging, or sorry, not proper, pro packaging,
Okay.
doing all our bags for the printing of our bag, and then
Nice.
we have Jamie Levitate doing
Yes.
all our
Shout out.
stickers, exactly, and all those great people in the industry. So we try to keep connecting with different people that are really creative, and
Yeah.
you know,
Dude, Jamie's one of the great ones in this
yeah,
industry. Everyone
yeah,
I talk to works with
yeah,
him
he's great.
basically because he is such a creative and he's good at making your vision come true. I mean,
Exactly, yeah.
he did the Legacy Boys logo
Okay, yeah,
here. He redid the High Passion one into our stickers
yeah,
for us. I mean, shout out Jamie.
yeah,
um, but it's just great that you guys are doing that. And the
yeah,
bags they're food safe.
yeah,
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 so that's a big thing
yeah.
that I don't know if everyone knows. Make sure
It's
your
important.
bags are
Yeah,
food safe. There's lots of Mylar that
Yeah.
is coming off on the product that you're
Yeah. It's not
smoking.
China.
Yeah.
It's not a China bag.
There's lots of those out there.
Yeah.
So you mentioned a little bit about getting into the extract side of it.
Yeah.
So let's tell the people what that's about. You know,
Yeah.
what type of extracts are you producing,
Okay.
and what are some of the differences?
Yeah. Right now we're focused on something called slush, which is basically a live resin diamond mixture that we created a couple years ago.
Okay.
Originally, when I first started the extracts in 2019, we did crumble.
Okay. Yeah.
At the time, everyone was just doing shatter, so the crumble stood out, and we did quite well. We sold to a number of reserves and so on. And then after that, we really wanted to get into the live resins and stuff because that was gaining popularity.
For sure.
We wanted to think of something that was different from just, do you have live resin? Do you have diamonds? Do you have, so on?
Yeah.
And so we started mixing, different strands together, trying to get the terps, to pop. And then we just created slush from there. It was actually during COVID, and me and the wife were really sick. We went up to the convenience store to get a slushie.
Okay.
And when I got home, we were smoking live resin. I thought, you know what? I need something that's, beyond just the live resin. Like, what else can I do? So between that whole branding of the slushy and the extracts, we thought, you know what? Let's put some diamonds on top of the slush and make it a slush brand.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the idea of the slush that we came from.
It's awesome.
And then it kind of evolved last summer from there. And a lot of people at markets enjoyed the consistency of it, and something a little different.
Dude, it's really nice to break up on joints.
Yeah.
It's workable in your hand.
And
it doesn't just melt.
Last summer, we won 3rd place for one of our strands, the Lemon Skunk, at the Stoner Games Cup.
Oh, awesome.
And then pretty much from there, we went and just kept evolving the brand.
Yeah.
And now we're starting to get into something called Sugar Crisp soon.
Okay.
That's going to be our own form that we've created. And it's an in-between form between like a sugar wax and a crumble.
Awesome.
So we're trying something different. And I've had the idea for a number of years. So now we're just
making it happen.
Yeah.
For the extractions, are these things that you're processing the extractions yourself, or are you teaming up with somebody?
The slush, we team up sometimes to get, like, say, the diamonds or certain things. We like to team up with different brands, like East End Buds and
Shout out.
North Pole Dabs,
Yep.
a number of people. And then the crumble and the sugar crisp and a number of other things we make all in house as well.
Awesome.
So it's all our own strands and stuff like that.
So sick.
Yeah.
You mentioned shatter, crumble, live resin. Can we talk about a little bit like what the differences are in the extraction process?
Sure. So basically, crumble and all those kind of forms, shatter is BHO, and you basically have to run it through extraction tubes.
Yeah.
The live resin is a similar process as well.
Oh, it's BHO as well?
Yeah. And it's run primarily the same. It takes a little longer to make that.
Okay.
The diamonds you have to let sit for a number of days to get created.
To separate?
Yeah.
And do you pressurize it? Okay,
yeah.
got you.
And then basically all the forms are kind of a little bit different, but they all run kind of primarily through BHO.
Yeah.
We find that we really have a good clientele for that still, and the market's still really big for that.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of people have moved on to rosin and the solventless market and stuff like that. We still love that market and everything, but
listen, I love it, but it's kind of funny, like, for us to call it solventless.
Yeah.
Because water's a solvent.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's
just not really. Yeah. But I get it. It's marketing.
It's the marketing behind it.
You know, and I get it. It's easier to get water out of your product than BHO. But if you're processing it properly, like your end product is going to be very clean.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're going to be able to. One thing I found with the hash rosins is very similar terp profiles
Yeah.
around.
And
Very
for
similar.
me personally, I find I get a lot of allergies from rosins,
Interesting.
just based on the way it preserves the terps from the fresh frozen and then,
Yeah, you get
flash freezing
faceted
it.
too.
I find it's more like the resin from the plant that gets me kind of congested and like,
Interesting.
the chest tightness,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
stuff like that.
I get the throat
Yeah,
gets destroyed when I'm smoking rosin. I
yeah,
love it,
yeah,
but
I love it.
I
But
love
yeah,
it.
after a couple grams, you're just
Like, this is
choking, right?
brutal. Give me
And
my flower.
it's just something about the, flour that and stuff like that, the
Yeah.
lives is just I love it.
So with live resin, is that fresh product that
Yeah, yeah,
makes
we
it?
use
That's how it's. That's why it's considered live.
yeah, yeah,
Got
yeah.
you.
We use fresh frozen flour.
Yeah,
Even for our sugar crisp that's coming out, it's all fresh
fresh frozen.
frozen. And we process it almost the same way that we would process rosin, basically.
Yeah,
But I just find there's almost more terpenes in this.
yeah, yeah. I
Even
mean, a lot of people are going the fresh way.
yeah,
It's a different product.
yeah,
It's cool, and you especially for producing.
yeah.
I mean, it's definitely nice
And if
to
you're
be
really
able to
into
not
certain
have to dry
flavors,
and do all of that extra step that costs more money as well.
right?
Not that that's the reason to do it,
Yeah,
but it's just a nice thing on top of it. You
yeah,
get these flavors, you get to take your plant, cut it down, put it in the freezer, and then process it,
yeah.
and you're done. Like it's
Exactly.
great.
Yeah.
What is your personal favorite out of the products that you're producing? I mean, the extracts we're talking.
Extracts.
Yeah,
I'd probably say the slush.
yeah,
Yeah, just the combo itself is really unique, and
yeah,
the texture's just something that I've really over the years wanted to kind of pinpoint exactly what I wanted. There's a lot of different live resins out there. There's some that are really liquidy. There's some
yeah.
that are really solid. This
Right.
was kind of like a middle ground where you get that terp, but you also get like a nice product you can go through and
Well, like I
enjoy.
was saying, you can scoop it up and
Yeah,
spread it on a joint. You can kind of crumble it
yeah,
with your hand
yeah.
if it's not too
I
warm.
know
Like it's
some people have put in joints and
that's what I
bongs,
do when I
everything.
grabbed it.
Yeah,
You gave me some the other day, and
yeah,
I put it right in a joint.
yeah,
It's sometimes you forget it's there until you get that hit of
yeah,
flavor, and you're just like, oh yeah,
yeah,
shit, I did that.
yeah. Exactly.
um, let's talk about the Jolly Adventures.
Yeah,
So that's you.
yeah,
Well, I tell the people what that
yeah.
is.
We do weekly jolly #weekly jolly adventures.
Yes.
That's basically our new, well, not new, but we've had our flower line since 2016.
Yeah.
Every week we do a new strand or possibly two strands at a time, and really try and showcase different brands from across Canada that we've worked with over the years, and even new brands as well that are just popping up that are
Yeah.
really, gaining popularity and so on.
Specifically, Legacy Boys
Exactly.
coming soon.
Yeah,
Keep your eyes out.
189. And
That's collab 189.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
that's a lot,
yeah.
bro.
It's been 1 week each strand, so a number of years, and
Yeah.
some of those years we also changed the branding over, so we didn't have the exact like all 10 years of strands,
Numbers.
so we're also it'd be over 400 right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, exactly.
But we reset it and then we started over and wanted to kind of have a
A
number for
number
each
to
one.
attach. Yeah, I like it.
So on now it's been 189, so we're pretty proud of it,
That's
and
awesome.
we're excited to work with different brands like Legacy Boys.
Yeah, man. There's some good people. So let's take a second and look at some of the flour we actually
Yeah,
got from Legacy Boys
yeah,
here. We'll roll some up, light
sure.
one up, and then
Yeah,
we'll get into talking about um, the fact that this is a family business for you, man. It's
exactly.
a big thing. So, like I said, the
Yeah,
Legacy
we have
Boys.
everyone working on it at home.
But that's what it's about, bro. It's important. You get everyone involved. We got the Legacy Boys hooked us up with some bud for the episode here, so I'm
Thanks,
just gonna
guys.
grind some up and throw it in a little joint here. Now that we got these rolled up, let's light them up and talk about Jolly House being a family business for you,
Sounds
man.
good.
Why is that so important to you?
Well, it's important because that was the whole idea of why I wanted to start the business originally.
Okay.
My son was born in 2015. That was a year before the company was
Yeah.
created. I thought, working 9 to 5 or 9 to 9 some nights, I can't, I need to do something else
You wanted
to
to spend
support
time
my
with your
family,
kid.
and I want to spend more time with my family. What could I do?
Yeah.
The cannabis industry was just starting to grow, and we wanted to be involved in it. I was already quite involved for 10 years prior, just kind of like street level
Yeah.
in town and stuff like that. And Instagram was starting to pop up in 2016, really big. Like Sub Warriors, all these guys you'd
Yeah.
look up to, and you'd say, oh, okay, I want to do what they're doing, be a part of what they're doing, you know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
that kind of triggered that, and slowly we built the brand, like I said, with the flower and the dabs, and the wife got involved, so that's more part of the family.
Yeah.
And currently, even my mom, she's 75 years old, and she helps create a couple of the edibles as
Wow.
well. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That is awesome,
Get the whole
bro.
family, doing a
Everyone
little bit of
is.
something. Even the son created a little design for something, for fun, and I put it on one of the logos. So
Dude.
everyone kind of has a little piece of the,
The
puzzle.
pie, bro, the
Yeah.
puzzle, exactly. No, that's awesome. I mean, that vibe, the collaboration with your family, as well as, I mean, the important part for me and why I love the cannabis industry is the freedom that it gave me, that I hope that I'm in a position, like you said, that I
Yeah.
can spend more time with my kid eventually.
Exactly.
Because it's a big thing, man. 9 to 5 job is, some people have to do it, and if you got to do it to support yourself, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But if you can find a way to spend more time with your kid, it's all power to you, bro.
Thanks, buddy.
That's
Yeah.
what it's about.
Yeah.
That's really
Exactly.
what it's about. So the wife now, she's doing the bakery side.
Right. Yeah. It's Miss Jolly's Bakery.
Okay.
That's her own line. I let her kind of be creative about it and let her do her thing. I do all
So she hooked up the box here.
Yeah.
Miss Jolly's Bakery.
She kind of gets the idea, and then I do like the branding for her and the design and stuff like that. I do designs for other brands too.
Oh, awesome.
And we do I've done a number of logos for High Herba Canada and a number of other people over the years. And yeah, it's just fun working together with the family and doing some cool stuff together.
Getting it done. Now that we're smoking, when did cannabis come into your life? When did that become part of the whole scene?
I think it was 2003, 2004.
Okay.
Harold and Kumar was just starting to come out, all the stoner movies,
big movie.
Grandma's Boy, all these classics, right? And I was just, a teenage kid wanting to get high, basically.
Yeah.
And, it evolved from, just smoking my own stuff and all that to now, kind of worrying about other people and wanting to, show other people product and get other people high and stuff. So
for sure.
It's been a really fun adventure so far.
Absolutely. And it keeps going,
Just
man.
beginning,
Keeps
yeah.
going.
Yeah, this is our 11th year.
Jeez.
And we plan to keep going with it. So.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, bro. You have to. You have to. When you first smoked, what was that like? Your first time. Tell the story a little bit about that first time, or like first time getting buzzed.
Yeah. It was on a 420 actually.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I think it was 2004 on a 420, and my buddy came up to me in high school and said, let's go skip class. Let's go to my buddy's house. I said, what for? What are we doing over there? And he said, oh, we're gonna go smoke some weed.
Yeah.
I knew all about it. I knew what it was, but I never tried it.
Yeah.
At the time, I only had alcohol, a couple times, and I wasn't even really into anything like that at all.
Yeah.
We went over to his house and went over to his buddies. He had Cypress Hill playing.
Nice.
Hits from the bong.
Dude,
I just remember it was so iconic because I've never heard Cypress Hill at the time until that day.
What a way.
Just the timing, right? And it's just everything all at once happening. It was just a memorable moment, and he had his little bong, about this high, little tiny thing. Yeah, he had. I still remember the strand he had in it. He had White Rhino in there.
Dude, that was, bro. The White Rhino, the White Widow, the Great White Shark. Those strains at that time.
Yeah, were classics.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire. Better than what we knew we were getting.
It's different than it is now. It's like different terps and stuff like that.
I wish I could grow some of that just for myself.
Yeah.
Just to try.
Exactly.
So that was his bud that you were smoking the first time.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I just went from there. I remember hitting the first bong hit and laying down on his couch and just the whole room starting to spin a little bit, and you get like, that nice feeling, the buzz, and You
Dude.
know, I basically was paralyzed on his couch for a good 4 or 5 hours,
Oh,
and
so you decided no school
I
at
didn't
all.
want
You
to go
weren't
to my,
going back.
didn't want to go home, didn't want to go to my, school, nothing. Like, I'm all
You're like, this is
paranoid.
it.
Yeah, you don't want your parents finding out, so you just stay at his house for, several hours until
Yeah.
later at night. And I came home. I went back to normal, and that was it. And then I said, I really liked that. I really enjoyed that, and it kind of became a tradition. Every week we'd be going over to his house hitting bongs, and
That was my next question.
that
So it was became
yeah,
a thing
became a
right
thing.
away.
Yeah,
You liked it.
yeah, yeah.
And
Even
that
the
seems to
first
be
time
two
I had it, it
ways.
was just like something about it was meant to be. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's perfect, bro. It absolutely perfect. It's crazy that like you're one of the few people. I don't know if we've had someone on the pod already, but one of the few people that the first time was a bong hit.
Yeah,
That's an
yeah,
aggressive
yeah.
first stone.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
like you're getting stone.
yeah.
You're not just taking a puff
No.
off a spliff.
Yeah.
There's no not inhaling a
No.
bong hit.
No. You're
You're
either there in it or you're not.
yeah, you're either bailing before it hits you, or it's going right into your lungs.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's an intense high for your first time, man.
I didn't know at the time. I just said I'll do whatever you guys have going here.
Of course, you
And
just
it
along
went
for
all
the
in.
ride.
Yeah.
Dude.
Jumped with 2 feet forward.
Honestly, sounds like it worked out.
Yeah.
Look at where you are.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
um, so now when you're smoking, would you say you have a reason for your consumption? What would that be for you?
Yeah, it's still a bit of a recreational thing for me,
Great.
but about 10 years ago I fractured my leg, so I
Okay.
had a lot of nerve pain from that.
For sure.
That kind of helped, relieve a lot of that stress and the pain and
Absolutely.
stuff. So, I've always been kind of really involved in the medical industry as well. I
Yeah.
used to pick up off of a number of people over the years that were in the
The
medical
medical
field and
side.
stuff like that. So it's always enjoyable to connect with both sides of it.
Absolutely, dude. And even you were saying before, it makes sense now a little more why you want to step over and
Yeah,
touch that medical side a
yeah,
little bit more. I think we said this before the pod before we were on, but like that side of the industry has just been forgotten about a
exactly.
lot more,
Yeah,
man. A
yeah.
lot more and more.
As soon as rec hit, it was kind of like all for the rec, and
Yeah.
I love rec, but it was, it took away from the medical people in the
It wouldn't be here
industry.
without medical,
Yeah,
man. It really wouldn't. And
yeah,
even still, you go places, and as a medical patient, you get looked on differently
yeah.
because my cannabis
It's
isn't
almost
in a
like a
government
forgotten thing,
because it's
right?
not in a government package. It's frowned upon, and I'm
Right.
just like, but I'm allowed to grow my own medicine. Like this is,
Yeah, it's
wh-
almost forgotten now,
yeah, this is why we're here, guys.
Yeah, yeah. This was the whole reason we started the legalization,
Yeah,
and
like a lot of places are still only legal for medical,
yeah,
like it's
it's different.
sad, but
Yeah,
at least we have some market, so I
exactly.
can't
Yeah,
I can't complain too
yeah.
much. Um, what's your preferred method of consumption now?
Um, I love. I actually use a vaporizer at home. I have a
I was
volcano.
just gonna say like a volcano.
Yeah, I love filling up the volcano,
Yeah,
and I usually have it at about 186,
nice.
and just you get that flavor. You know what I mean? Like joints are lovely, but something about the flavor of a vape, you
Yeah,
just get like that full flavor of each strand, and you can pick up the notes of each kind and stuff like that. And after a few rips, you get pretty ripped off a good
dude.
volcano.
I got rid of my volcano vape, but
Yeah.
it was one of the first things my first paycheck I ever got from I was working at Rona at the time.
Okay.
I was 16, 17 years old probably, and I went right to Friendly Stranger and bought a volcano vape.
Yeah.
And I made a 5 foot bag, and we used to just fill it up and pass it around the
Yeah.
party. You get baked,
Oh
bro.
yeah.
You get real
I
baked
know. I
without
hear
thinking
some
about
people
it.
say they don't work, but you guys aren't putting it up temperature wise enough.
Yeah, or
You
just
gotta.
smoke more.
Yeah.
Some better fucking chronic.
Exactly. Yeah. All depends on the weed. I can tell by what's good if the bag fills up real thick. if the bag's clear and you see right through it, there's less THC. So
Got you.
I know for a fact I've put some of the Legacy Boys stuff in the bag, and you
Yeah.
get that thick cloud, right?
Thick
So
smoke
you know, like when something's proper and when
when
it's
it's not.
not.
That's awesome, man. You're definitely the first guest that the volcano is their favorite way, but
Awesome.
I definitely hear that more from
Yeah.
people that are more medicinally
Yeah.
consuming. Because obviously, I mean, it's one of the healthier ways
Yeah.
to consume if you're consuming large amounts, especially.
Yeah, I was hitting a lot of bong hits for a number of years. I'd hit, 20, 30 a night or more.
Yeah,
And you just get that cough going and everything else.
the lung butter.
I still love bongs. I use hash with my bong. So I use
Ooh.
a lot of the bongs usually for the hash now.
Like black hash?
Yeah, black hash, and we also we get hashes that are like made fresh, like from people in the industry and stuff like
Nice,
that. So
nice.
we really like to try all the different kinds of hash and stuff like that.
I love like old school
Yeah,
hash, bro. It's
just something about the buzz is different than flower, I find. You get like more of the body high,
way more.
and it's a lot different.
Excuse Not a good enough filter. I pulled some weed into my throat, bro. Holy, pause. Holy. Too good, too good. But dude, it's the vape's just sick.
Yeah.
Not enough people use it.
No.
I mean, is there a better price point option for someone that wanted to
Yeah.
start?
We actually had 2 units. We have like the Volcano, that's like the classic.
Mhm.
But if you want to get something really good, Air Riser is really good, and they have
Okay.
Extreme Q vaporizer
Yeah.
that works really well. The wife has one, and she's been using it for like 10 years, and the same unit, and it hasn't had a single issue.
Wow.
We really recommend that unit for sure
There you
for
go.
Volcano users, and it's about
Yeah.
half the price of the Volcano, so
There you go.
can't
You
go
know,
wrong.
that's the only complaint I have
Yeah,
about Volcano
yeah,
is it's just a high
yeah.
price point, and I get it. They were the first ones,
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
I mean,
There's
first
definitely
ones,
other
but
options now that work just as well. So
yeah.
the Extreme Cube from Airizer is really good as
Yeah.
well.
Make sure to check it out if you guys are looking into the new vapes.
Yeah.
Want to get into that? What do you have? What do you have coming up, man? What's
Yeah.
new for Jolly?
Well, as I was saying, we have our Jolly Roger Reserve now that we started the branding for.
Yeah.
That's basically taking over all the main products, and then we have Healthy House, which is
Yeah.
going to focus on the health of the industry and the medical sides again and stuff like that. And we have a couple new edibles as well coming soon.
Awesome.
And the Sugar Crisps, like I said, we're
I'm
going to
excited
be
for that one.
kind of reinventing the wheel as far as extracts
Yeah.
go, and doing something really unique for people that want like a really different consistency and
Yeah.
something.
You've already done something cool,
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah,
excited to
yeah.
see,
The next
something
step.
new,
Yeah.
something different. Because, I mean, listen, I love rosin, I love hash of all sorts, but like you said, it's just new,
Something different. Yeah,
Don't just give me the same thing over
exactly.
and over
Yeah,
again.
it's been a number of years and there hasn't been any new forms come out. Rosin's taken over a lot of the industry,
Yeah,
so
That's
we want to do
everyone
something
wants
different.
rosin.
Yeah, and we want to do something different in the community and at markets and stuff. We're also going to be starting our own market soon.
Oh wow,
We're going to be doing our first one in September. We just found that out last week.
dude, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. I mean, I'd love to get involved somehow.
Yeah,
We can
yeah,
talk
that'd
a
be
little
awesome.
bit more,
Yeah.
but like that's awesome.
Yeah, we're trying to do it more in my neck of the woods. And,
Yeah, well, I know there's not as much of a scene
huge
out there,
community
so
out there of stoners and
Yeah.
people that want to see all the different brands that have been around Canada that we've worked with. So
it's perfect.
yeah,
It's
it's
perfect,
been
dude.
great.
And you'll have the network to fill out a market. Like
Exactly.
you've done so much brand
Yeah.
collaborations. Like people want to work with you too.
Right.
So I mean, I think it'll be a good one.
Yeah,
Man. I think
yeah,
it'll be a good one.
yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, and we also have our website launching in July. So
Dope,
that's been
dope.
something we've been really wanting to work on for a number of years.
So
it's
that'll be out because this
finally
episode's coming
coming.
out
Okay,
probably
great.
the end of July.
Okay, yeah, it comes out July 1st.
Yeah,
So
might be the next month, but
awesome.
it's I'm excited, bro.
Yeah.
That'll work out
Yeah, a lot
perfect.
of
Do you
good
know what the
things.
website's gonna be?
It's going to be jollyrogerreserve.com, I believe. So
Perfect.
yeah,
Perfect.
stay
Well,
tuned.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be out by the time you're watching this,
Yeah.
but that's awesome. You'll have done the Stoner games
Yeah.
by then.
The 10th and
The
11th.
10th, yeah. So that'll be passed.
Yeah.
But that's always a good
Yeah,
one.
we have 3 things that we entered this year, including a flower. So we're
Perfect.
excited for that.
Yeah, it'll be done, so you're
Yeah.
good. You don't have to
Yeah.
worry about
Yeah.
ruining anything there.
Yeah.
But I know you, the Krampus brains he gave us here.
Yeah.
They won the cup the one year.
Yeah, last year.
Oh, last year,
Yeah.
2024. There you go. Best candy.
Yeah.
So, keep an eye out. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Bragging rights all day.
Yeah. Always fun.
Yes, sir. Is there anyone you want to shout out or do anything like that before we wrap up?
Shout out to you guys for hosting me, and
Mad love.
all the community and Legacy Boys and everyone else that's been involved lately with us.
Yeah.
And we're excited for this year and what we're gonna do, and a number of events coming up and stuff like that. So
It's
a
awesome,
lot
man.
to look forward to.
Dude, I'm excited. I can't wait. There's so much to come.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you for coming and
No
doing
worries.
this. I'd love to have you
Yeah,
on.
thanks a lot. Good seeing you.
You too, brother.
Always a pleasure.
Perfect. If you want to keep up with our guest today, drop him a follow on Instagram at Jolly Rogers Reserve, or check out Healthy House Official for some healthy alternatives. I want to give a huge shout out to Sean Sweeney at Sean CS10 for everything you do for the podcast and making this all happen. And to all our viewers, I hope you tune in next time. And until then, stay positive and stay passionate.